yesterday. In my video, you would have seen that this area was covered in leaves. I did, that patch last night mowing, and in the dark, and it looks pretty good. So today we're going to continue in November. Still got to get to the backyard and the middle yard. I call it the back 30 because the yard is like this big front yard, and then we got the middle where we usually live, you know, like where the garden is, where the grill is, the patio. You just ate what was that? And then the back part is about this big, but it's a hill, and we don't go back there, so I don't mow that. I mow the middle many times, well, a few times, and I mow the front and the back just a couple times a year. And let the wildflowers and the weeds flower, and let the bees and butterflies have at it. Anyway, today, this is still November, beginning of November. Today's saints, I want to talk about our Saint Charles Borromeo. He was born in the 1500s, and from around, according to the numbers, don't really add up, but because I think he was born in 1538, and it says in 1547 he was already preaching, so that can't be right. Anyway, somewhere between the 1540s and the 1580, this guy was so busy. There was 2 full huge paragraphs. He was the governor of this. He was the archbishop of that. He was the deacon of this. He did that. He was directing the Council of Trent at the time of Martin Luther and fighting to keep peace during the initial onslaught of Martin Luther. He was taught his uncle or someone was the Pope. He was taught by another Pope. This man gave First Communion to St. Aloysius Gonzaga. Are you kidding me? And there were, I think, probably other saints mentioned in his life. So again, it goes back to who are you hanging out with? It really does. How many times I've read saints, and this is new, I haven't said this before, but there's so many times you read saints, and it was sister of Saint so-and-so, taught by Saint so-and-so, worked alongside saints this and saint that. I mean, saints oftentimes are surrounded by other saints. And it makes sense. If you're surrounded by saints, you're going to live like them. If you're surrounded by criminals, you're probably going to be part of a criminal organization. So it's all the people you hang out with. So he taught Saint Charles Borromeo. He taught. He opened schools, I believe, and hospitals. I think he in the midst of all this, he was a canon lawyer. In the midst of all of this, he still took care of the poor. And the figs are all dried up. Hopefully they'll make it next year. I mean, so he taught by example. He didn't just preach, or you know, he also got out in the trenches and took care of the sick and the poor and the hungry. So today, Charles Borromeo, I'm going to keep this short. Listen to another one. We're going to hear about Saint Felix of Valois, or Valois, Valois. It's French. So yeah, today St. Charles Borromeo. Unbelievable the amount of titles and things this man was given, was earned. So today in November, remember to ask the saints to pray for you, and remember to pray for the souls in purgatory. There you go.